Yes, hello, beautiful people. My name is Nanyondo Angela. Today, I want to talk about a topic that is rarely discussed, and that is disassociating ourselves from things that weigh us down. You know, in this busy life, we are always caught up in things that drain us, things that drain and drag us down, things that drain our energy out of us. These things could be toxic relationships, they could be past mistakes, they could be negative thought patterns, they could be unhealthy habits, and these things are just draining the energy out of us. So think about it. These things are just worthy as disassociating from. It's worthy as just choosing to detach ourselves from them, because they are a big impact on how we progress in life, on how we reach our growth. If we are pursuing growth in life, if you want to be somewhere in life, there are things that you really need to disassociate yourself with, and those may include those relationships that don't value you, where you feel unrespected, which are very toxic to your life. You need to disassociate from them. How do you disassociate in case of any situation? Number one thing you need to do is to identify the triggers. Identify those things that put you down. Identify those things that drain your energy. It all starts from awareness of self. It all starts from being aware that yes, this thing is not good for me. This thing is just draining all the positive energy out of me. This thing is just draining me and pulling me down. It starts from you being aware that yes, there is this negative thought pattern that I've had for quite some time, and it's just pushing me down. It's about you recognizing that this relationship is not healthy for me. These habits, like the habits of addiction, there are very many bad habits that are really draining us down, that are taking the energy out of us. So it's very important to sit and reflect about what triggers the down moment, what causes those draining situations. Because when we feel drained, we are calling upon stress, anxiety, and mental and emotional instabilities upon our lives. But we can just take a pause in our lives and reflect and create awareness, identify the triggers that cause these situations and modes that are weighing you down. Then number two, after identifying the triggers, it's very important to set boundaries. You know, what you know, you can defeat what you know. What you're aware of, you can fight. So when you are aware of what is causing these negative thought patterns, what is causing the negative habits that you've identified that are pushing you down, the toxic relationships you are involved in, those people who are bringing you the bad energy, there is need for you to set boundaries. This time you are doing it for yourself. Do it for yourself. Love yourself better by not allowing negative people to enter into your space. Create some safe space for yourself. Create some emotional boundaries of things not entering into you to drain you down. There is need to put a guard against your heart, just to safeguard it from all those pains and things that are weighing you down. You need to set boundaries and communicate them clearly. If it's about a relationship, set these boundaries and be clear about them, and also don't compromise upon them at any given point in time. Respect the boundaries you've set yourself, and then the other people will follow through. Then another aspect that can help you disassociate from the things that bring us down is you engaging in self-care activities. What is self-care? Self-care is prioritizing you. It's loving yourself. It's creating some time for you to do things that you enjoy doing. What do you enjoy doing? Which things bring life in you? which things bring the good vibe in you, which things that make you feel you're alive. Engage more in those activities. Silence those negative thoughts. When you are at it, just give it your best. You are worthy of you enjoying the things you are enjoying. Even when you feel distressed right now, even when you feel anxious right now, set time and engage. Identify the things you enjoy doing and do them just for you, because it will help you with time. Then you need to, another aspect that can help in this scenario is seeking support. If I may ask, do you have some safe space where you can freely talk about your worries, your anxieties, without fear of feeling judged? A number of times we are overwhelmed with circumstances, with situations in our lives, but unfortunately we don't have anywhere to run to. We don't have anyone to tell. We are just stuck in our lives with our negativity, with our stress, with our distressing moments, with our hearts and burdens. There is need for you to seek for support. If you can't find a professional therapist or counselor, find a space for you that you can freely open up your burdens. Find one person that you can share with all your burdens. You know, it's very important for us to develop a habit of emptying our cups, especially those cups that are brimming with negativity, with regrets, with a lot of emotions that are not so pleasing to our souls. Find a support group. Find a group to belong to. Seek help. Seek professional help. Sometimes these things just need you to talk with someone who is known, who is professional, or who is trained in that field. Even a support group can help out onto those matters, because it's very important for you to love yourself, for you to leave behind the things that are just causing negative emotions into your life. Then another thing you can practice is you can choose to practice mindfulness. Be mindful, like engage in mindful activities, for example, exercises, meditations. These somehow help call your mind and your thoughts together. And in the process, when you do them with intentionality, with the target of what you want to achieve, it can be so helpful for you. Then also you need to evaluate your relationships. Those long relationships that are really toxic for you. If your heart skips in any kind of relationship, respect your heart. Stay where you are valued, stay where you are respected, and stay where you feel loved and needed. Don't tie yourself on people. Find a way of assessing your relationships, evaluating them one by one. Remember, you are the CEO of your life. You hire and fire who you let into your space of life. So be mindful of the people you choose to let into your inner space, because these people can either build you or break you. So evaluate the kinds of relationships that you are having at the moment, and take a step into prioritizing what works best for you. Choosing you is not being selfish, remember. And choosing to be in spaces where you feel valued is a step into you realizing healing. There is need for us to disassociate from things that don't serve us anymore. You need to learn from experiences. Sometimes we've gone through things, but it's so unfortunate that we land into the same trouble again. This is common with relationships. We never learn from the previous mistakes we've made. We just dive into something new, and this just drain us down. Learn to take notes out of every situation you encounter in life. This will be very helpful for you, because when you don't learn, you will continue landing into the same mistakes over and over again. But learn the power that is in the list, the mistakes you've made. Those mistakes are there to guide you not to make the further mistakes in the future. Find time and reevaluate yourself. Find time and think through the things you've done that have not gone so well with you, and then find lessons that you carry on into the next stage of life. Then set clear goals. You know, sometimes when we don't have what we are living for, when we don't have a purpose, when we don't have a goal, we allow a lot of things into our lives. But if you are clear and certain of what you really want or what you're working on, it becomes easier for you to detach from things that don't serve that purpose. It becomes easier for you to disassociate from anything that is a threat to limiting you achieving your goal. So it's very important to set goals for your lives. What is the goal of your life, if I may ask? Find out, what are you living for? What are you aspiring for? Set small goals and remain consistent at them. And also, it takes time for you to disassociate, especially from relationships. It won't happen in a go. It's a process. Learn to be patient. Learn to take one step at a time, but just ensuring that you are consistent and committed to the change you want to see. Yeah, once again, I just want to encourage you, take a step of boldness and disassociate yourself from all the things that are weighing you down. You've carried that burden for quite a long time. The mistakes you've made, you've carried them long enough. It's time for you to detach from those moments. It's time for you to detach from those toxic relationships. It's time for you to make a choice that will favor you this time round. Just choose to detach. Choose to leave everything behind and choose you, because choosing you will require you to free yourself from things that are weighing you down, that are hindering your progress and your growth and potential. Once again, I just want to thank you for tuning in and listening in. Yeah, once again, I'm Angela. I'm a counselor. In case you need someone to talk to, I'm just a text away. Yeah, just stay blessed as you choose to disassociate yourself from things that weigh you down. Shalom.